Hey everyone, Rarity Dash here. Time for another Patreon-sponsored blind reaction. And this one comes to you courtesy of Johnny Lee Largent, who has requested that I react to Top 10 alternate versions of Deadpool, Parts 1 and 2, by Top 10 Nerd. So, yeah, Deadpool. Back to the Deadpool. And we're going to be counting down different alternate versions of him, which could be interesting. Because I only know the one Deadpool, and I don't even know him that well. I've only seen the one movie, the first one. I haven't seen the second one yet. I know. I know I should, but I'm really bad at getting to these superhero movies, because honestly, I don't really care about them that much. But I did see the first Deadpool movie, and maybe I'll see the second one eventually. But beyond that, I don't really know the character from anything else, like, official. I haven't seen any comics. I don't know what else he's even in, really. It's basically just that movie and like fan-made stuff, like the Deadpool musicals that I've seen, and the Death Battle, which I also reacted to, and his epic rap battle, which I didn't react to, but I have seen that. But I guess between that and the movie, that forms enough of a picture of the character that I kind of know what's up. But I definitely don't know any of the alternate versions. I mean, unless we're counting stuff like that as the alternate versions. But I kind of doubt that that's the case. I think we're more talking like alternate realities, other dimensions within the comic universe that all have their own Deadpools. And yeah, that should be an interesting topic, and it'll be cool to learn all of them. I'm not really sure how many we're getting here, with this being parts 1 and 2. Is this going to be 2 separate lists with like 10 each, or is this going to be just the same list split up into multiple parts? Either way, I'm sure it'll be fascinating. Let's get started and find out. And here we go.
Hey guys, welcome back to Top 10 Nerd. I'm Ron Mackenzie Lafergie. You guys have been asking for it, begging for it, pleading for it, and I have it. Our favorite Merc with a Mouth has been enjoying insane popularity after the release of the film, which immediately became...
He was already pretty popular before that, I think.
But while I love OG Deadpool
it was a good movie.
as much as the next guy, there are some pretty awesome alternative versions out there. So let's talk about them. Here are the top 10 alternative versions of Deadpool.
Cool. Oh, well, I see one I like already. Top 10 Nerd. Alternate versions of Deadpool.
Number 10, Major Deadpool, otherwise known as Major Frowny Face. While it's always fun to see Deadpool goofing around, sometimes it's also interesting to see him take on a rare, serious role. This Deadpool of Earth 6466 lives in a reality where Mexico, the US, and Canada had merged, forming the United States of North America. In this reality, his skin is clear and doesn't appear to have his patented healing factor, which is strange, but it's pretty nice to see him kick butt like a normal person for once. I wouldn't want to read a whole series about him, but it's funny to watch Deadpool annoying the crap out of himself. Number 9, Deadman Wade. Deadman Wade is the Wade Wilson of Earth 295, and it's one of the chief assassins of Apocalypse, later becoming one of his Pale Riders. He's a masochist obsessed with feeling pain, which his sadistic teammate Danielle Moonstar is happy to provide. He was later recruited by Dreadpool to join the evil Deadpool Corps. Deadman Wade,
we're getting him later.
Stranger versions of Deadpool, not only because of the extreme masochism thing, but Wade's usual lighthearted jokes and sarcasm are replaced by the sad and confused version. While I wouldn't want him to become a series regular, it's interesting to see how different Wade's reaction to his condition could have been if he wasn't so mind-numbingly positive about everything. Number 8, Kidpool. Kidpool is the Earth 10330 version of Wade Wilson. He's a young boy at the Xavier Orphanage for Troubled Boys, who finds himself something of an outcast because of his troublemaking and overall annoyingness. Shocker. In one story, he talked Scott Summers into escaping detention so they could go to the prom, and he could hook up with Jean Grey, who attended the all-girls school. After he caused a bunch of trouble at the dance, picking fights with Logan and pretty much everyone, our Deadpool appears and recruits Kidpool to Deadpool Corps. It's kind of funny when you realize that Kidpool isn't really any more juvenile than the normal Deadpool, but that's because our Wade has all the maturity of a level 3 category.
How high is she going to be on the list?
Deadpool Dinosaur. Deadpool Dinosaur seems like a T-Rex version of Deadpool, and in a way he is, but it's more complicated than that. He's actually an amalgamation of Deadpool and Devil Dinosaur from Earth 78.
I see.
Who gain powers from being burned alive. And he travels with his companion Moon Boy. Deadpool Dinosaur seems to have similar powers, presumably also with Deadpool's healing factor, with a Moon Boy decked out in army garb on his back. Do I really have to explain why a T-Rex version of Deadpool is awesome? I didn't think so. Number 6, Franken Deadpool. Okay, I know the name is really Evil Deadpool, but I stand by the idea that Franken Deadpool would have been a better name. This evil version of Deadpool originated on Earth
seems to fit. Oh, we got a Wolverine one and a...
of the real Deadpool over the years were thrown into a dumpster. Their healing factor caused them to fuse together. Lacking the conscience of the original Deadpool, Evil Deadpool is a mean and murderous dude and causes a bunch of problems, especially when fighting for Dreadpool in the Evil Deadpool Corps. While he's not quite as funny as Deadpool,
evil
he
Deadpool
still has
Corps.
a lot of his personality and humor, which is made funnier by the fact that he's otherwise super evil. Plus, he has 2 right hands, which is just spectacular. Number 5, Wolverine Pool. The Wade Wilson of Earth 1946 was put through the Weapon X program and had his skeleton bond.
This is kind of ridiculous,
giving him the regeneration factor and the claws of Wolverine. This is the perfect combination of 2 of the coolest Canadians in comics. Wow, my alliteration game is on point. Wolverine Pool is recruited by Deadpool and joins the evil Deadpool Corps and helps to fight against the real Deadpool Corps in one of my favorite team versus team battles in all of Marvel. So many Deadpools.
I mean, it does kind of make sense as an idea since he does have the regeneration.
Normal Deadpool.
Factor.
It's hard to make it clear that you're using an acronym when you're talking. Anyway, this Deadpool is a combination of MODOK and Deadpool and stands for Destructive Engine of Assassination despite Panpygoptosis obsessed with opponent liquidation. Oh man,
of course.
On the first try. It's actually a pretty funny name because Panpygoptosis means short legs and just look at those things. It's super fitting that the acronym of a Deadpool version would be hilarious, and while he's defeated pretty quickly, I just think he looks so ridiculous and his name is too clever to leave out. Number 3, Galactapool. Galactapool is certainly one of the more epic versions of Deadpool, as he's the Galactus-inspired version. Even though this guy is huge and speaks very properly, if you look past the grandiosity, you see the same old attitude.
Geological chimichangas.
Makes Galactapool a classic for me.
Galactapool's cosmic appetites demand great sacrifice. Though this world dies, I know that I too suffer. For a moment on the lips doth equate to a lifetime on the hips.
It's so good. He's later killed by Lady Deadpool when she crashes the Deadpool Corps ship,
Lady Deadpool.
hilariously called the B. Arthur, into his
Wow.
head. Just one of many deaths at the hand of B. Arthur. Don't let her kindly exterior fool you. She's one crazy. Number 2, Headpool. Headpool is probably one of the best known versions of Deadpool, as he's made quite a few appearances alongside our own Wade. Headpool is a version of Deadpool from Earth 2149 who was infected by a virus that turned him into a zombie. His body ended up getting chucked into the fan of a swamp boat, but the head lived on. He takes the whole merc with a mouth thing a bit too far, becoming, as he puts it, the merc with only a mouth. No guns, no healing factor, no limbs, no problem. Number 1, Lady Deadpool. Also known as Boobs, because there she is. This one's probably no surprise to the Deadpool fans out there. Lady Deadpool is one of the most famous versions of the merc. Wanda Wilson is the female version of Wade from Earth 3010. Wanda fought for the rebel group against the loyalist army of General America, who knew her from a past battle where he had lost his arm. I talked about that in alternate Captain America Part 2. My goodness, we've gone meta. She's a great character. Lady Deadpool is just as sassy and hilarious as her male counterpart. Plus, I feel less confused when I check her out in a tight outfit compared to checking out Wade, which I totally don't do often. That's it for today. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, smack that thumbs up button, and if you want to see more nerdy videos, including other alternative version lists, subscribe to Top 10 Nerd. Let me know which pool you like best in the comments down below, and also tell us if you want a part 2. I'm starting to run out of things to call him other than Merc with a mouth. Maybe Canuck who likes to... No. I'll keep brainstorming. Until next time, I'm Ron Mackenzie LaFergie with Top 10 Nerd. Later, nerds.
Alright. Yeah, we did get 10 Deadpool, so we get 10 more? If there's a whole Deadpool core, then probably no shortage of them.
Hey guys, welcome back to Top 10 Nerd. I'm Ron Mackenzie LaFergie. Well, you guys wanted more versions of Deadpool, and thanks to Marvel's love of alternate worlds, I have a bunch more to talk about. So let's jump right into it. Let me know in the comments which version on this list you think would win in a fight. Now get your brown pants on, because here are the top 10 alternate versions of Deadpool, Part 2.
Cool. Those are... We haven't seen all those yet, so...
Number 10, Wade Wilson. Wade Wilson was the Deadpool of Earth 1610. He was a sergeant with enhanced healing abilities and superhuman strength, and his face is terrifying, even worse than
Yeah?
the normal Deadpool. He has no skin and is even missing parts of his skull, revealing his brain, which is intense. In this world, he's a human supremacist hired by the Ganosian government to hunt mutants for sport. On live television, he's eventually caught and exploded by Kitty Pryde, but manages to survive thanks to his healing factor. His face alone is pretty sick, but the reality TV aspect is kind of wicked. Number 9, Deadpool the Duck. Deadpool the Duck is, of course, a combination of Deadpool and the ultra-powerful Howard the Duck. He was hired by the evil Deadpool Corps to help to kill our Deadpool, teaming up with Deadpool Dinosaur and Deadpool. Did they succeed? Nah. But they were 3 of the most ridiculous versions of Deadpool all in one strange comic, which was pretty awesome. If you want to learn more about those other Deadpools I mentioned, check out part 1. Number 8, Death Wish. This one's a bit of a cheat because he isn't technically actually a version of Deadpool, but since he was thought to be for so long and he's such an interesting character, I gotta include him. Death Wish looks like Deadpool, with the green outfit. Deadpool and Death Wish became fast friends due to their similar attitudes and personalities, becoming one of the best, if short-lived, bromances ever. Deadpool figured Death Wish was an alternate version of himself, but when Death Wish was killed by Death Mask, it was revealed that he was actually an alternate version of Dr. Doom, who apparently went off the rails when the Fantastic Four disbanded, which is pretty damn neat. Number 7, Death
That's different.
Speaking of Death Mask, this version of Wade Wilson from Earth 11638 had a change of heart after Reed Richards removed his lethal brain tumor. He became a super genius and created a criminal organization, wearing armor and cloaks similar to those of Dr. Doom, but, you know, red. So in this universe, Wade Wilson and Victor Von Doom basically switched out.
Yeah.
It's a pretty interesting story. I still prefer the original versions, but I always love when they change it up a bit. Number 6, Deadpool Pulp. In this version, Wade Wilson is an insane Canadian who works for the CIA. Normally having one voice in his head, this version gains a second voice, third if you count himself, after being tortured in the Fukuoka prisoner of war camp. He takes on the Deadpool persona to separate himself from his experiences in the camp, having been tortured mercilessly and only escaping
pretty
by
cool
biting
art there.
off his own thumbs. It's actually a really entertaining series, and it's one of the few alternate versions where I actually prefer the origin story to that of OG Deadpool. Plus, the back and forth between the voices in his head makes it that much more enjoyable. Number 5, Dogpool. Dogpool is the version of Deadpool from Earth 103173, who was used for the testing of a special cosmetic product called Mascara X, which would supposedly allow a woman's mascara to regenerate. Yeah, that's the kind of logic you'd expect from a Deadpool comic. Anyway, it doesn't work, and the researchers leave Dogpool for dead, but he comes back to life with regenerative abilities similar to Deadpool's. He later joins the Deadpool Corps and was a super popular version of Deadpool amongst fans for obvious reasons. He's a cute dog. Well, cute might be too He's actually pretty messed up looking, but still awesome. Number 4, Pandapool. Yep, another animal Deadpool. This Deadpool of Earth TRN312 was an anthropomorphic giant panda. The Pandapool became a fan favorite, mixing the classic Deadpool comedy with the classic panda adorableness. He joined Deadpool on the good Deadpool Corps for many missions, actually one of the longest running members of the Corps. Sadly, he was defeated in battle, but he left a lasting impression on fans everywhere. Pandapool is no mere panda. He's the species that endangers you. I didn't make that up, it's from the comics. Number 3, Deadpool.
That's great.
Is one of, if not
yeah, we
the
mentioned
most
Deadpool last time.
Deadpools, having assembled and led the evil Deadpool Corps. This Deadpool of Earth 12101 was brought to Dr. Benjamin Brighton to cure his insanity. But instead of curing it, his treatment ended up destroying his inner voices, replacing them with one voice that only wanted to kill things since it saw the entire universe as a lie. Deadpool killed the Doctor and everyone in the asylum. Then he went on a hero-killing spree, slaughtering the entire Fantastic Four and many Avengers. Then he went on to assemble a team to kill the other alternate versions of himself, including our own Deadpool of Earth 616, and the battle was epic. He was eventually convinced of the error of his ways and killed by OG Deadpool while the other pools laid dead. Now, I don't swear often on this channel, but Dreadpool is one bad mother. There's just no other way to say it. Number 2, Gwenpool. Gwenpool is a really different character because she isn't Wade Wilson or even truly an alternate Deadpool. Kind of just a coincidence. In her world, superheroes only exist in comic books, so when she's transported to the world where superheroes are real, she assumes she's inside a comic book or fictional world, which, as it turns out, she is. For this reason, she doesn't really care about any damage or death she causes, since everyone's just fictional anyway. This leads her to have a similar devil-may-care attitude to Wade's, and even goes on similar adventures and breaks the fourth wall in the same way. With her patented plot armor allowing her to survive situations that she really shouldn't, Gwenpool is a really funny and popular version of Deadpool. Number 1, Deadpool. Barry Deadpool. That was awful. This version of Wade was seen in a dream of our Deadpool, where he was basically James Bond, tuxedo and
I see.
A heck of a lot of it, since it was just a short vision of a dream, but this one small glimpse made me realize that I absolutely want the new James Bond to be Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool. Sure, Idris Elba would be sick, but I want me some Bondpool. It could go back to its comedy roots with Casino Royale. Plus, it came with an educational moment. Deadpool says, "The English and their manners, eh?" And his inner voice says, "Connery was Scottish, Dalton was Welsh, Lazenby was Australian, Brosnan was Irish. Stop looking things up on IMDb." Seriously, I need a Bondpool movie right now. That's it for today. Hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, please smack that like button and subscribe to Top 10 Nerd for more videos. It really helps us out a lot, and we really appreciate all the support from you guys. It's been quite a roller coaster, and it's so humbling to see you guys both here and on my personal channel. Don't forget to let me know which of these pools you think would win in a fight in the comments down below. Until next time, I'm Ron McKenzie LaFergie with Top 10 Nerd. Later, nerds.
Well, there we go. Yeah, well, that was interesting. We got lots of weird Deadpools. I mean, Panda and Duck and the dinosaur. Some ones that are just silly and make no sense. The dog. Lots of animal ones. And, I mean, some that seem like pretty badass and hardcore. And, yeah. And then we got, like, 2 female ones. One who's like really hot, and then another one who's like kind of more cutesy. I mean, that's always good. I don't know. Yeah, that was interesting. I mean, I didn't know any of this stuff existed, so it's just kind of a lot to take in. 20 different versions of Deadpool that I didn't know about before. And I'm sure there are plenty more. I think there's like a part 3 of this already. So, yeah, there's no shortage of Deadpools out there, I guess. But yeah, definitely an interesting pair of videos. Yeah. Anyway, hope you liked the reaction. Let me know if you did, and see you in the next one.